The tutorials by Andrew Buckle. In this tutorial I'm just going to show you how you can rotate some type around a circle. Now they're both layers, and just select them over there just to show you. What you can do, first just go to View, and you'll notice my settings are Snap and Snap to Guides and Layers. I'm just going to create a guide. Now a new guide, when I want a new guide I'm just going to go for horizontal first. There's a horizontal one, and I want the centre of this little, so it just snaps to, clicks there, and you've got that sort of just across the centre point now, because what I want is that little centre. So just going to go now to a View and a new guide, and vertical this time. Just drag that across, just put it there, and again snaps to that centre. So right now you now know the centre of that circle. Right, you might think, well, that's a waste of time, but what I want is to rotate around that centre. So it's nice to know where it is. Okay, go over here and select the type, and what you want to do then is just go to this little transformation point at the centre of that, and just move it across. Sometimes it doesn't actually work particularly well, it just suddenly vanishes, so you can't actually see it. So what you want to do is just drag it across then to that point. So as long as it gets to that point there, dead centre. Now I know that's very fairly visual, and of course you can still move it any other position if you want to actually rotate. So if you want to decide to rotate around that point you can, but you just put it that centre point there. Okay, now what you can do, just quickly rotate, and you just see rotate like that around that circle. Now of course I'm just going to undo that, and I can actually, if it rotates, so around that R, and I'm just going to move that down there again, like so, it disappears. So it's not particularly visual, so until you actually, right, now you can just rotate that around, and you can see it's rotating around that R. Not totally perfect, it does see a slight move in, but you've got it on that R there. And again you can do it for, say, like the E, just move it along and just put it, snap it to that point there, leaves me in the centre, and again just quickly go over to there and just move it there. Right, and now you can see again you can rotate around the E. Right, and of course you can change the size, so you can change the size of the text. I'm just going to quickly do that, so I'm just going to now reduce that size of that text, so just reduce that down a bit, so it's a bit closer to the same size as the actual curvature of the part. Obviously it's not exactly, but just going to, now once you've done that, just again select that centre point, and now you can just see you can rotate all the way around the text like that, around the circle. Anyway, hope you found that of interest. Another thing, actually, just before I finish, you can obviously just do that also via this as well. So you can just turn around and say, don't want, so just doing it, you can actually set to 34, it's another option, or say, what lets me type it in, 124. So you can just see, you can just do it via these transformation controls up here, and of course you can also just hover over that little angle there, and you can actually just manually move it along, and it doesn't actually update straight away. I think that's a feature that I would love to see. I prefer to see that in Photoshop. I wish they would more instant response. It's always such a pity that some of these things always seem to only respond a little bit after. So you're waiting for the response. You think, has it moved? Has it going to move? Nope. And then suddenly it moves. Right. And then you just say, yes, that's what I want. And you've got the rotated design. Anyway, hope you found this of interest. Thank you much.